So I watched that Red Pill documentary, and I have so many thoughts on that. And this video right here, he gonna break it down if you don't know about it. But it was a whole documentary that was done on Red Pill podcasters, Red Pill YouTubers, these Red Pill guys. The guys in the Manosphere. And it exposed a lot. But y'all, before we get started, I had a day yesterday. I had a day. Soon as I got off of recording my second video, my lady fell down the stairs. She probably don't want me to say this on YouTube, but she fell down the stairs. And I'm thinking, I'm down here. I'm thinking that the kids fell, she was holding them. I'm hearing crying, all that. Come upstairs, my lady down on the floor. Had to pick her up with my big muscles, put her on the couch. She done tore up her back. She done tore up her back, but, I had to take her to the hospital, pack up. I had to put clothes on her, put clothes on the kids, calm the kids down. This is all during the kids' nap time. So, I had to, they tired and irritated because they supposed to be asleep, but they not sleep. It's, y'all, it was a day, but, she feeling better. I gave her Epsom salt bath and all that. So she feeling a lot better now. I put the icy hot and gave her some Tylenol. The doctors, they was like, yeah, we don't see nothing on the x-ray, basically sent us on our way, but I took care of it. But yesterday was a day, all right? But good morning to everybody, or good afternoon to everybody, you know what I mean? If you need a podcast to watch every single day, I do this every single day except for Saturdays, because Sundays, we do scripture reading, all right? So without further ado, let's get into this, man. Why can't I hear anything? Why can't I hear? Oh, no, no, no. Hey. My son done jumped up here and started playing with the... What y'all want? Where your party look so?
Appeal Manosphere movement, right? Just ask them questions about who they were, why they do what they do, and their thought process. First of all, nobody said anything groundbreaking. Everybody was saying the same talking points you hear all the time, right? Like, nobody in this documentary was special, and everybody, it seemed like their goal was to be special. The fakest person in the entire documentary was Amru Foodle, who y'all probably know as Myron Gaines, the one of the members of the Fresh and Fit podcast, right? It's clear that this is a tall, insecure man, like, who's awkward around women. Like, his girlfriend, you can see she clearly does not want to be there. He's trying to posture and make his image like so squeaky clean. Like, hey, can you clean up here? Like, she looked at him like, what the fuck are you talking about? Clean up? Then he was talking to her about having multiple wives, and it turns out, I've heard before online that they never even slept together. A year and a half, they never slept together. She was like a figurehead. She was like a, what do you call it? Just a movable set piece that was there to serve his image. Because the overall goal of the Manosphere, the Red Pill folks, is just to dunk on women, but they need women. Let me say this clearly. The Manosphere does not exist without...
Man, this topic really got me thinking right now. But you know what else I've been thinking about? The fact that my subscribers are making money. So this subscriber right here DM'd me, and he made $3,000 in 70 days. So I tell y'all all the time to DM me if y'all make any money, clicking the link in my description or the link in the comment section. All right, people are making money playing games. All right, free cash. All right, so I told him to send me a screenshot right here. Here's a screenshot of his earnings. This is not a fake screenshot or anything like that. I don't know this guy. I don't think we follow each other. Well, yeah, he follows me, but shout out to him. And then I asked him, I said, that's wild, bro. What games do you be playing so I can let the people know? He said, bingo, all of the bingo games. So y'all check out the bingo games. Solitaire 1. I made the most off of Bingo Cash, Pocket 7 games, and Solitaire Cash. All right. So y'all see everything he said right here. All right. There's a multiplier on there. Bro, go check it out for yourself. If you feel like, this is a little sketchy, just check it out. See if it's for you. See the games. Try it out. If it's not for you, don't do it. You don't have to put no hard information, just an email and a password. Yeah, I mean, check out the games. Try the games out again. And if you get a little funny, don't put no hard information. But just try it out. All right? I'm going to put the link in the description below and the link in the comment section. All right? Link in the description below, the link in the comment section. All right, yo, shout out to this guy right here. Y'all go follow him. Prince MVO. Y'all could go shoot him a DM and ask him, like, yo, bro, is this legit? How'd you make the money? Ask him for tips. Go follow him. All right. But like I said, I'll leave the link in the description below, link in the comment section. Back to he ain't even talk about the part where she walked by, like chasing the trash or something like that.
Participants from women, right? I'm not trying to blame women or victim blame or whatever, but you got it.
Bro, there was a part where I think they were getting ready to go to the next scene or something, and you just see her in the background. She's either trying to hurry up and sweep or hurry up and like get the trash, but she was trying to make it so obvious that she was cleaning. It was such a performed moment. Y'all, it is so cringy, bro. It is so cringy. He was like, I think she said something like she want to go in the room. He was like, yeah, go ahead, go in the room. And I'm sure there's like some clothes that need to be folded or something that needs to be cleaned in there. Bro, fellas. It does not make you more manly to boss your wife around, to boss your girl around. Now, I mean, yeah, in fact, you look performative. You look like you got a point to prove to the guy that's there. Yeah, I mean, if your lady just wants to serve you in that manner, okay. You know what I mean? But seeing her acting like your woman is a slave or she's your maid, like, go do that. And then she goes do it. How is that attractive? Like, how are you attracted to a woman that does that? I don't know about y'all, but I like to have deep conversations with my person as well. Know what I mean? Like, once we're done doing our family duties for each other, I like to have deep conversations. How the hell am I going to have a deep conversation with a woman that allows me to tell her, go clean? Okay. And just runs to the room. Like, y'all be trying to jack like that shit is cute. That shit not even cute. Even if you do find a girl that's like that, which is why a lot of these dudes, and I'm going to keep it 100, a lot of these dudes, they'll go overseas, find them a young girl, know what I mean? And that'll be like, okay, girl don't speak a lick of English. You can't have no real conversations with her. But she's all right, ready to do whatever the hell, and you're fulfilled. I told y'all the story about how my wife fell yesterday and I had to take care of her. I had to know what to do. I had to pack up the kids. I had to do all. My wife did the same thing to me when I had my kidney stone. I was down and out. That woman knew exactly what to do and get me to the hospital. Y'all be dating these girls that don't know their damn left foot from their right, all because you want to manipulate somebody so bad. But I digress. The cornball.
Like, something has to be wrong with you, or you have to have a fucked up mentality to be with a person like this, like an evil, just person, just devoid of empathy. It's an insecure man who just spouts out the weirdest, dumbest shit you've ever heard in your life. She ended up breaking up with him after the podcast and leaving him for somebody else. And like, he never even talked about it. He was like, she just deserved, like, shut up. The fact he doesn't use his real name and uses like a Myron Gaines, like admiring my gains, is like, just weird. It's narcissistic. It's weird. And it's just like, he's trying to play on people. Everybody in this documentary was trying to dig deep on insecurities, like the insecurities that a lot of men feel, that I felt when I was younger. They're like, well, women only want this, and that. But when you grow up, you grow out of that. You're supposed to. Unless you get fed bullshit by some of the most popular ones, like Andrew Tate and his brother. Literally spoon feed you just talking points and bullshit. And they all make money off of it. The Manosphere, the red pill shit, is literally just a pyramid scheme. It really is a pyramid scheme. The people at the top, the Andrew Tates, the Myron Gaines, the Justin Wallers, and folks like that, they just make all the money while the people at the bottom look stupid and make food.
The craziest part about the whole manosphere and stuff like that, like, these dudes be preaching how rich they are and how they got all of this and all of that. Have you ever sat down and asked yourself how is this person so rich? Like, they're not telling us they own a couple of franchises of McDonald's. They're not saying they own, like, what exactly? Okay, they got real estate. You need a lot of real estate. You need a couple apartment buildings to live how these dudes is living. You know what I mean? Like Bugattis and all of this. Bro, you are the method. I don't know who needs to hear this, but you are why I'm rich. You believing I'm rich is making me richer. Because now you want to know how to be like me. That is what these dudes do. They sit here and sell this expensive ass course, you know what I mean, and really tell you some things you can learn off of YouTube. Honestly.
Of themselves and get no women. That's why on the Fresh and Fit podcast, people pay pretty much to talk shit to women that wouldn't want them, right? Also met up with this content creator right here, HS Tiki Talkie. This dude right here over there, I guess in the UK or whatever. First thing out this dude's mouth when in the documentary, he tried to introduce two of his friends that he had done something for. Everybody in here was trying to control their image. They were so worried about their image, so consumed with how they would look. Like, soon as Lewis first met this dude, he introduced him to this girl, right? Not her. I think they all look alike. All these women look alike, right? Then he went on to introduce him to a friend that he flew out, a fan that he flew out, right? And then not only did he fly out the fan, he introduced him to somebody else. I guess he won a Range Rover from it. Just like you're trying to control the narrative. Like, look at all the good I do. I'm here. This is still him right here. This is him at the end. This is HS Tiki Talkie and his enabling mother, right? Louis Theroux was asking him questions about a crime that he had allegedly committed. And his mom jumped in and is like, what about the other criminals? And he's not as bad as you make it out to be. I didn't raise him to be this way. Yes, you did. Like, you're sitting here on this documentary enabling him right in front of the world, trying to make excuses for his horrible fucking behaviors, his like evil personality. This man is one of the biggest hypocrites I've ever seen in my life. Literally, just makes OnlyFans content, but looks down on OnlyFans models. He's like, I would not want my...
This is what I don't get the most about these guys. They all describe women like all women are OnlyFans models. So they talk all this shit about women because they all have OnlyFans mindsets, but they make money off of OnlyFans women. Even though OnlyFans women, all women, I'll just say it like this, all women don't do OnlyFans. Now, I'm not sitting here saying that all women are good or nothing like that. But if I sit here and I surround myself around a whole bunch of white boys that play baseball, and as soon as a hockey player come around me, I'm like, I only want to be around, the white boys that play baseball. And then I turn around and be like, man, all white boys play baseball. Nigga, no. You decided to be over there. You decided to intermingle with those mindset type of women. You decided to be over there. The Fresh and Fit podcast is the perfect example of this. These dudes cast a certain type of girl and then make them look dumb as if they wasn't dum-dums, know what I mean, before they got on a podcast. You are casting a certain kind of woman, a woman that's gonna, they face be all stiff and shit. Them girls is up there for promo, hoping somebody see them, somebody catch their @name mid-show and go click the link in their bio. I don't give a damn about this conversation, and you trying to make an example out of them. They just hoping somebody get a glimpse of the chi-chis. That's it. And y'all know that. And young boys is watching, is like, yeah, there's no way he has all of these girls, these decent looking girls on this show, and all girls aren't like this. Listen, you have this episode and this episode. They're basically saying, bro, there are, like I said, the baseball analogy. You know what I mean? If I get baseball players on here, it's going to seem like the world ain't nothing for the white boys that play baseball.
I would disown my daughter if she was an OnlyFans model, while fucking these OnlyFans models who are just fucking with them for clout. In the beginning, if you watch the documentary, he asks one of these girls like what they like about him. What's your favorite thing about me? And she says, oh, the money. And then he's like, you can tell that hurt his feelings. These people want to be loved for more than money, but they lead with money. So that's all the people want. You can't like,
That's
dude probably
crazy as
might
fuck.
actually be pretty funny beneath this weird ass veneer that they've created. But he's created this weird veneer where he has to go around beating people up and making a scene of people, just trying to embarrass people and shit like that. And just trying to posture like they're the biggest,
That's
strongest people in the planet.
insecurity.
But really, you just insecure. And this type of stuff could be
That's
appealing to
hella
somebody like me if I was younger, right? If I was younger and not getting any women, I was just blaming women. I could see myself really, literally falling down the red pill pipeline, right?
To all my young dudes, let me tell y'all something. If you meet somebody and they're always talking about how many girls they get, they're always bringing up, yo, you see that girl that's looking at me? They're always showing you a picture, right? Like, yo, this girl, she want me. That is insecurity, right? They need not only for them to know, but they need for somebody else to know, because then it validates the image that they're trying to create for themselves. Instead of knowing, okay, this is just my life. I don't have to sit here and tell nobody, like, this is my life. Now, I mean, I'm a good-looking person. I get attention. It is what it is. I get compliments. It is what it is. I don't need to tell nobody. This is my life. What is me telling you gonna do? Does it make you look at me some type of way? Who gives a damn? Why does that matter? Because I don't feel enough with just knowing that I know. I need you to know too. My young dudes, that's insecure. The dude that's in your friend group that's always trying to fight, that's very, man, I would do this and I would do that. Why do you have to say that? Why do you have to tell anybody that? That's insecurity. You're trying to make everybody see you as a tough guy. When the shit hit the fan, be tough. That's it. That's the time to prove it. But sitting here, like, there's certain conversations that really make me cringe, real life. Like when people sit here and talk about what they would do or what they was about to do, and it's like, nigga, I don't care. Like, what did you do? Okay, you didn't do any of it. Why are we having this conversation? You know what I mean? About what you would have did and what you was thinking about doing and what you almost did. Like, bro, just drop it. You know what I mean? That always roots in insecurity. You're scared that I'm going to look at you in a certain light, so you're hurrying up and feeding my brain with all the coulda, woulda beens. Bro, that's insecurity, okay? A lot of people that are insecure, this is really for my young brothers. A lot of people that are insecure are not going to say to you, I'm insecure. Instead, they're going to do things that an insecure person will do. Now, you want to be careful for these people. Why? Because an insecure person could spite you out of envy, which is why you got to be aware of the insecure people that's around you. I know the people that's insecure. I don't call them out. I just treat them a little different. You know what I mean? I just, I'm a little careful with them. I know who's insecure that's around me. You know what I mean? So,
Okay, fuck these women, fuck them. Who else is with me? Then you get on there and you hear this dude talking about it, and you just like, okay, cool. He also met up with this guy right here, Justin Waller, who is like one of the most popular ones. He's like friends with Trump and Barron, I guess, or whatever. He says a lot of the same red pill talking points, but you can tell that there's something deep going on with him. I guess he was popular and rich before he got on social media, which I guess, good for him. But he literally says the same thing that everybody else says. Men should rule and build, and women should just stay in the house. And again, it works because he has a partner who he says he's not going to marry, that has his kids, that agrees with it. I had a good job and I really liked it, but women should just have their role, and men should too. The red pill manosphere shit does not work without willing participants from women. It just does not, y'all. Because they try to portray this lifestyle, and that's what they like. You have to have a woman to portray the lifestyle with. That's why Myron had her.
here's the thing. I actually like the whole men should build and women should take care of the home. I kind of like it. You know what I mean? I feel like it, in today's economy, is very hard to do it. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying if you can't do it, you're less of a man or anything like that. But in my perfect world, I will go out and fight in the cold, and I'll come home and bring the steak. You put the steak on the fire. You know what I mean? While I thaw out, instead of having us both outside. That's how I like to live. You know what I mean? Does that mean you can't have your own money? Does that mean you can't do your own thing and have your own grind or hustle? No, that is not what that means. You can still have your own money. You can still grind. You can still do whatever you want to do. But as far as the need, like you have to do this, like you gotta work, I would like to take that burden off of my family. You know what I mean? I'm sick right now, but Mr. Abenaki won't give me a day off. So I'm at work sniffling. Yeah. I would rather take that burden off of my wife. That's just how I live. Know what I mean? And if she just wanted to, you know, man, F this job. I don't need this. Like, you know what I mean? My husband support us. Y'all not going to talk to me crazy. I'm not going to deal with this. She can. That's just how I like to live. You know what I mean? Does my wife also have responsibilities that she has put on herself for our family? Yes. You know what I mean? This is the thing. When you choose the right woman, she knows that she also has to play a part in the family. If you support everything financially, she will find a way to, okay, how do I, like, what does a woman that is in this position do for the family? Like, what does she do? You don't have to boss her around and, yo, go do this. Why ain't this done? I'm not talking to my wife like she's my kid. You know what I mean? What's some things just, listen, man. Again, if you date the right person, they will follow suit into doing what the family needs as well. That's the point. You don't have to bully nobody. Know what I mean?
Her, like she didn't even like him. Look at her face. She looked like this the whole time. Women around him only want money. And also, like, yeah, he showed Lewis a video of some woman giving him a BJ in the bathroom. And Lewis like, why would she do that? And he said, oh, just for clout. Lewis said, how does her
like,
giving you a BJ
weird,
give her
bro.
clout? And he's like, oh, I don't know. I wouldn't want my daughter doing it. They are so easily triggered in this documentary as well. They hate when Lewis compares them to somebody lesser than them, right? He thinks Bonnie Blue is lesser than him, even though they do the same thing. Sneeko was in it as well, but really, Sneeko was kind of boring in it, right? Because he's just a conspiracy theorist. Sneeko goes where the attention goes. Like he was just uninteresting. Like, he says it. He goes where the attention is. Like, he left the Manosphere movement and became a Muslim conspiracy theorist or whatever. The common theme between everybody that was in this documentary, Andrew Tate wasn't even in it, but he's the centerpiece because he's like the biggest Manosphere dude, right? Is everybody has some type of bad childhood or childhood trauma or something that happened to them in childhood that made them who they are, made them develop this shell
villain story
and not want to be vulnerable in any single way. Like, Justin Waller is a caricature, right? And I thought he seemed like he actually doesn't seem like a evil person. He just seems like a caricature of an alpha male, but he doesn't need to be. He's a big, tall, handsome, rich man. Like, you don't even need to do this, dude. But I get why they do it, because attention is currency. Everybody said they had trauma. Everybody said they had a bad childhood, and everybody said that attention is currency. Clout is currency. All they care about is attention. Just like the women that pop up in this video, all they literally cared about was attention. Oh, I can suck you off and get famous for it? Cool, pop it in my mouth. That shit is crazy. Like, they said Myron is online right now, like, losing his mind because he got portrayed as he truly is. Like, he got portrayed as a kind of a weirdo, insecure man, just talk shit about people because he makes money off of it. And he's become, and most of the red pill alpha male folks have become like the mouthpiece for a lot of insecure men, right? Oh, I can pay Myron $10 to call this woman a B in front of the world. Hell yeah. Tell that blonde bimbo with the fake boobs that she's a B, right? And then, like, they'll go subscribe to the woman's OnlyFans and start whacking off to them. Go watch this documentary, y'all. It's actually a pretty good documentary, but it's like, again, they don't say anything groundbreaking. They just all say the same women, alpha males, and here's the gym, and let's do this, let's do that. If you don't want your children to turn out like these alpha males and whatnot, right? Which, again, I get this, younger me could have seen myself falling into that. If you don't want your kids to be like this, literally, just be in your kids' lives. Show them that you don't have to be a big, strong alpha male to have a family. Like, you don't want these people as your kids' role models. And I know they try to mask it as like male self-improvement, but you don't have to put other people down to lift you up. That's the easy way out. That's the
exactly
simplest way to make yourself look better. That's a thin veneer. Like, I got veneers in my teeth. That's a thin veneer. They cover up what's going on. They cover up what's beneath it, right? But anyways, if you've seen it, what are your thoughts, y'all? Drop them below. Peace. The undiagnosed narcissist.
Exactly what he said, bro. Fellas, anybody that has to put other people down, like make a mockery of certain people for a living, to big up themselves, that person is insecure. Because without you seeing this person as small, I'm small. If I minimize this person, I look tall next to this person. Why can't you just be tall and he's tall too? Why do you have to? Why when this dude that's conventionally handsome walks in a room, you got to say something about his shoes to your girl or to your homies? Like, man, this nigga think he. Bro, you're insecure, bro. If a dude can't compliment another dude, this is the weirdest. And I'm not saying you got to walk up and be like, man, you was fine as heck. Like, I'm not saying no crazy. It's just like that. I'm just saying, like, bro, show love, bro. Like, yo, that fit is fire, bro. Like, yo, where you get that hat from? That is fire. Where you get that from? That's one of the ways I always break the ice. Because dudes, we have this thing where it's like war first. Yeah, I mean, I just saw the word war on this book that's in front of me. War first. And then the way I always dismantle people's armor is, yo, bro, yo, that hat is fire, bro. That fit cold. Where you get that jacket? Oh, you start seeing dudes, you know, they kind of smiling like, oh, bro, this, yeah. It's like we automatically buddies because ain't nobody really on that for real. You know what I mean? When you are secure with yourself, it does you no wrong to up somebody else. It does you no wrong, bro. There's more than enough women in this world. Now, I mean, there's more than enough money in this world. It does you no wrong to big up somebody else's section, small section of the world. But when you got to sit here and downplay girls and shit, the thing that killed me about these dudes the most is like, y'all got moms, y'all got sisters, y'all got aunts, y'all got grandmoms, y'all are going to have daughters. How do you perceive them? Like, because to y'all, these are your daughters, your moms, your aunts, your grandmothers. But to somebody else, these are just women, the same women you're explaining. You told me, I'm going to be a young boy for a second. You told me how to perceive women, right? Now, I encountered your daughter. So I'm treating your daughter how you told me to treat women. Is that okay? But anyways, y'all, it's been your boy, Ty Boogie. Y'all, this Friday, I'll be doing the Ty Boogie rent relief. Know what I mean? Where I'm paying one of my members, one of the members to my channel's rent. The cap is $2,500. Yeah, I mean, if you haven't already joined, go ahead and hit that join button. I think tomorrow is actually Friday, if I'm not mistaken. Is tomorrow Friday? Yeah, because yesterday was Wednesday. It usually come Thursday after that, yeah. But yeah, I'll be paying somebody's rent tomorrow, so make sure y'all stay tuned for that live. My members, make sure y'all are in the live, okay? Because more than likely, the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to wind up, like, FaceTiming you on Instagram or something, so there's a way I could, like, you know, put you up on the screen or something like that, because I want to do all of this live so everybody knows I'm not just, you know, paying one of my homies, you know, rent or something like that. No, I want to actually do all of this the right way, all right? So I need y'all to be in there because if I pull your name and you're not in the chat, you're not in the live, you know what I mean? Like, we're just going to go to the next name. So I don't know the exact time. What I do is, because I know a lot of people got work tomorrow, I'll probably do it late. I'll probably go like around like 8 o'clock or something like that. I think everybody be off work, everybody be home. You know, you could be waiting by your phone. And I'll probably like drop one of those, you know, one of them live, what do they call it? Like a timer or something like that, where it says, you know, live begins at 8 o'clock, whatever. But y'all be in there, because again, if I pull your name, and then another thing, I'm gonna need evidence. You're not going to give me your homeboy's rent. You're not going to do that. The lease got to be in your name. Granted, you ain't got to give me your lease because I don't need your address and all that. But on the account, right, you're going to have to show me the account where the number is. Like if it's, let's just say it says $1,500. It has to say Sabrina Giles. You can show me your ID and then cover your address or cover your information. Because what I'm trying to avoid is people trying to make me send them more money than they actually need. Now, I mean, you're not going to make me send you more money. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to do something honest. Y'all got me all the way to 100K. Y'all are becoming members of my channel. And I feel like this is a great giveaway. I've done this on TikTok and on Instagram before. You know what I mean? And it worked perfectly. I think I did it with like the electric bill or something like that. So this is a lot bigger. I make a lot more on here. So I want to give back. So please don't try to finesse me. You know what I mean? Because if it feels funny, again, I'm going to go to the next name. Listen, the first is coming up. Just get your rent paid. Don't try to get your rent paid and next month's rent paid. All right? But anyways, if you want to join that, go ahead and become a member of my channel. Just hit the join button down below. You could join whatever tier you want. I'm not telling y'all which tier to join. It's on you. Know what I mean? Get hit that like button, subscribe button, turn on my post notifications and all that good stuff, man. And if you want to make some extra money just playing games on your phone, all you got to do is click the link in the description below, the link in the comment section. These apps are literally paying people just to play games on their phone. It's crazy every time I think about it, all right? I tell y'all all the time, if y'all need a little side hustle money, an extra $100, $200 could pay a couple bills. Click the link in my description below. Just check it out. See if it's for you. Now, I mean, you ain't got to put no hard information if you feel uncomfortable. All you need is an email and a password. You could do a throwaway email if you got to. All right? Just check it out and just see if you like it. Now, I mean, people in real life making money. Until next time, y'all, it's me, your boy, Ty Boogie. I'm out of here, man. Peace.